Hello, Dennis. Good morning.
Good morning, Shansia.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
It's a bright season.
Yes, it is. Christmas is approaching.
Yes.
My spirits are already high. You know, I'm a December girl.
Maybe yours are not high. I'm not a December girl, but I'm a December mother. I just love Christmas. It's such a wonderful season. I just enjoy the air, everything about it.
Yeah, really. I'm a December girl all the way, and once we are getting close to December, my spirits just get hyped up. I cannot wait to celebrate.
Thank you so much for honoring our invitation on Shantia's Haven.
It's always a pleasure.
Hello viewers, once more you're welcome to your favorite show, Shantia's Haven. Today on Shantia's Haven, we're talking about the boy child. Very interesting topic. This is a mother of many boys, so I think she is just the guest fit for this topic. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. Today is about the boy child. So, Bernice, I know I have heard a lot about the girl child. Growing up, it was always seminars about the girl, how to become a wife, how to become a good mother, how to, and I can't really remember when they had something to do with the boy child, except when I was in the university. I remember our church had a program, a date with the mommies and a date with the daddies. That's the only time I actually saw boy, girl, child separated, and we were talking to each of the gender separately. But I see it's a call for concern today. We have mothers who have boy children, and some of them don't know how to handle these children. How are you coping having so many boys, and they look like they are blessed to have a mother like you?
Thank you, Shansia. I want to tell you that I'm a woman helped by God and graced. I feel very blessed because I just realized that I am a mother of at least 5 generations.
Wow, 5 generations.
Yes. And you know, with our African tradition, I want to just go in the same light as you.
Okay.
Our African traditions have so placed a stereotype on the importance of the boy child,
Okay.
such that the women were like relegated to the background for quite a quite a long period of time. And now I see a general reawakening about the importance of the girl child.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I feel that everybody is intentional about giving the girl child her space.
Mm-hmm.
But in a bid to make the girl child find her place on earth, I feel that we are relegating the boy child to the background to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Just in the same light like you, just within the same reasoning like you, we have seminars about girls, and at the end of the day, we find out that we have very well brought up girls, properly groomed to be wives and mothers, who are getting married to people who have no idea about what it means to be a father or a husband. Shantia, I want to tell you that I have a burning desire. I'm that woman with a burning desire inside of me who wishes to see some social adjustment in the family. I am that person who wishes to see some equilibrium within the family. It shouldn't be only about the girl child. It should also be about the boy child.
So how do you think this equilibrium can come about if I think parents should know what they can do if they have boy children. What should they do to help the children become what they are supposed to be in the society?
Thank you very much, Shansia. I think we should now choose to start building modern husbands.
Okay.
We should start building husbands, resilient husbands,
okay,
for our children.
Okay.
For the wives of tomorrow, because it is already clear that we are building very independent high achievers as women, and mothers for tomorrow. I think that training should also go in the same light for the men, so that we don't train our girls and then at the end of the day, they don't have resilient and accepting men for them.
Okay.
I think the men should also.
Let's start from the home. I have a boy child. I'm a parent, and I would like for one day so that I don't, maybe I was raised, I'm a mother, and I was raised to take care, to be a good wife. I only know how to raise a good wife. I don't know how to raise a good husband. And I have this boy child. How do I handle this? How do I handle my boy to become a responsible one tomorrow, especially in the light of the family?
Okay, thank you very much, Shansia. In families, roles are actually divided.
Okay.
The father
Yes.
is the priest of the home.
Okay.
He carries the mantle of decision and direction, protection for the family. You talked about a date with the dad. God was not mistaken when he gave the place of the man and then he gave the place of the woman.
Okay.
I think it is very important for fathers to step up. I think one of the very important things that we need to start doing is that fathers should step up, pick up their role and start doing it.
Okay.
It will always create better impact for a father to discuss adolescence, early adulthood, finances, hygiene, and all those very important topics with their boy children.
Okay.
The reason is simple. It will be easy for them to communicate their experiences to their boy children without needing to get extra experience sometimes in certain circumstances. That doesn't stop them from going out to seek information that will help their children, because times have changed, everything is changing. If we decide to intentionally put away our African stereotypes, we would realize that a boy is a child. And when he comes into the world, he is empty. He needs to be impregnated with all the necessary basic knowledge that he needs for him to become a complete human being.
Thank you for that point. So what are these necessary basic knowledge that the boy child needs?
First and foremost, he needs to realize that he's not a mistake.
Okay.
He was created and sent on earth for a purpose.
Okay.
So, while he needs to be educated on the fact that he's not a mistake, he needs to be helped to realize his purpose.
Okay.
He needs to know who he is physically, spiritually, and otherwise, so that he can be able to fit in the society, in the family, and in the community.
Okay.
That is the first.
Not to cut you short, about helping him to realize his position, I want to take us back to the family setting, the immediate family. I used to see where they play roles in the family, like in the morning, the girl child is supposed to work in the kitchen, the girl child is supposed to clean the house, the girl child is supposed to, the boy child may have just one or two things that he's doing. I feel there is some mistake, or there's something that is not very right in that. What do you have to say about this?
Exactly, Nene. I think like you. Because in my opinion, if we realize that the boy is a child,
Yes.
he's just a child like any other child, we would notice that he has a need for food. He has the need for shelter. He has a need for clothing. So, it shouldn't be a matter for the girl child alone. If a boy child washes plates, his fingers will not get broken. In fact, I was raised in a home where there were no chores for girls and boys. Whatever chore that you find, you just go ahead and do it.
Okay.
All my brothers cook. All my brothers cook. All the girls clean the compound, wash dresses. Sometimes if you are left alone in the house and you have to cook, will you not go and split wood to cook? You have to wait for the boy child to come and split wood. And that is one of the very important practices that I have not deviated from in raising my children.
Okay.
my boys cook.
Okay.
In fact, I tell you that I am graced because during the holidays, I find time to sit down and watch them cook and make the mistakes, and then we correct the mistakes.
Wow.
Because you and I know that the repercussions may be severe. The repercussions can be severe. We want to avoid people who rush into relationships because they cannot cook and now they want somebody that will be a cook for them.
Thank you.
We want to avoid a situation where your son will get married early because he wants to find somebody that will cook, clean, and do all those things. And at the end of the day, the repercussion is greater on the girl child because she has to fit into that shoe that the husband-to-be wants her to fit in.
Okay, Bernice, on Shantia's Haven, we know that the family is the backbone of the society. That's why our mantra is better society, one family at a time. So, for the boy child, preparing the boy child for family life, who do you think, or how do you think we can talk to them? Even preparing them to be good husbands and good parents in the future. Who? Is it the father or it's the mother, and how should we handle this?
Shansia, that question is tricky. That question is tricky, but it is pertinent.
Okay.
I feel, and I wish to reiterate, that the one who is a role model for the boy child is the father.
Okay.
So naturally, the child will be picking up some of the skills that he will need as a husband and as a father from observing his father while he's growing.
That's true.
It is necessary for our fathers and our husbands to start playing their coaching role. It is very important. For the most part, like our African stereotypes have it again, everything except monitoring, protection, except monitoring, security, power, and all whatnot, was left in the hands of the women. So times are changing, we live in different seasons, and I feel that our fathers should, our husbands, the husbands of today should activate their coaching role on the lives of their sons. For the simple reason that they'll just be communicating their experiences to the boy children. I wish to launch an appeal that our fathers and our husbands, they need to activate their coaching role in the life of their sons, because they will reflect who you are and who you have been in their adult life. So we need to start thinking, each and every one of us, what legacy do we want to leave behind? Do you want to leave behind a legacy of 4 generations that are not referred to as responsible men? Or do you want to leave behind a legacy of 4, 5, 6, 2, 3 generations that reflect exactly who you are? A modern model husband.
Wow, thank you so much, Bernice. Another point in the family, I want to take it from what you did in your time, in your experience, unless your children were saints, because I know that boy children, if you have a girl child in the house, somehow your house is orderly, it's always neat, the child tends to listen to you and just take to orders, and I don't know, there's this soft touch about the girl child. But then you need that one boy who comes in, and then everything is everywhere. They've broken a glass, they are trying to connect cables, they're trying to try things, and then your house, you don't recognize it anymore. How do you manage this? Because some parents are really going through that kind of thing.
Shansia, to tell you the truth, sometimes you feel like you are losing it mentally. Personally, sometimes I have to decide I have to choose to not see anything that is happening.
Okay.
Being disorderly is just one of them. They want to have everything done the way they want it, they wish to have it. They don't want to know if you want your chair set in this manner. No. At any point in time, they could just choose to mix the house up, no matter. They could bring their house to any state and at any time. Sometimes you find them playing football in the house. Other times, you find them displacing your things just so that they can accommodate their friends. So it is really nerve-wracking. In some homes, you have just one boy and the disorder is not so much. But in a home like mine, I have at least 4 boys. So you can imagine the level of disorder. But to tell you the truth, at a certain point, I realized that these children were gifts.
Okay.
And so because they are gifts, I decided to accommodate them.
Okay.
I prefer to keep my parlor setting or the house setting simple.
Okay.
At some point when they were really little and I could at that point I would try to put some things up, some things that I don't want them to touch. I will place them up above their height so that they don't easily go there. At other times I will intentionally not put up chair covers, table covers, because before you know it, they're using it to clean the floor and all of that. For a long time, I didn't have any flower vases anywhere around my house. I didn't have any little beautiful pieces of decoration around the house because they could just easily pick them up and then you'll find them already broken or destroyed.
So some are creating things.
Yes. In fact, there was one time my son was really inquisitive. He wanted to know what was in the chairs. He wanted to find out how the chairs were made. And so he picked up pencil and he pierced the chairs all the way. By the time I came, the chairs were all torn.
Oh Lord.
And when I asked him, why did you do that? He said, Mommy, I wanted to know what is in the chair. So what do you do?
Please, guardian and parents, if you know you have this kind of child who is that inquisitive, you don't want a child to break something and then you almost kill the child and then you regret later. So just avoid it by not buying those things at this stage. You can buy them later on. Because imagine you went out of your way and bought something that you feel is so precious. Let's even say flower vase, and then you get home one day and maybe they are sitting on top and pushing themselves like a car with broken pieces.
Yeah.
What will you do? So
What do you do?
you may want to think well about the ages of your children before you buy things in your homes. It will help us, especially if you have boy children. Kudos to the parents who have boy children because it is not easy. I've seen people who have just one, and that one is like 10 boys, 10 children in one. God is your strength, the Lord is your help, and He will help you and see you through. Remember, He doesn't give what is more than you to handle. Thank you so much, Bernice, for this session with the boy child. And I think our parents, our guardians have picked something, and from your experience, it's doable, it's okay, you can make it, and there is a time where you can let go. Let them scatter the place. Just be a child. It's okay to be a child, and I will watch as a parent. So those stages also as parents, we pray for your sanity to be intact when you're going through those moments. So what last word do you have to tell our parents who have boy children, especially raising them?
Shansia, thank you for this opportunity. I would like to tell the parents, especially the parents of boy children, please, we need to be a little bit more attentive to the needs of our boy children.
Okay.
We really need to be a little bit more attentive. For the simple reason that our African stereotypes, again, make us to pay more attention to the girl child and then we forget about the boy child. The boy child has got they have got their own struggles. And if we don't pay attention, we would realize that at the end of the day, we cannot build the kind of men that we want for the future. Secondly, I wish to say that times are changing. it will be better for you to do a little bit more research about your children. Try to find out those things about your children that they will not naturally let out. Try to understand their language. Try to be a confidant. Find ways to become their confidant. Find ways to speak their language. Understand their times. Understand their realities. And at the end of it all, do not forget to commend them to their maker, because you have no strength for all of this. Do not forget to be strict and to correct them, because if the Bible says you should spank a child, it means that sometimes they will go wrong. Using sarcasm, play, and friendship tools could be a lot helpful in raising boy children. But most importantly, we should realize that when they are little, that is when they must pick up the most important skills. And the most important skills are learned from home, not from school or from church.
Thank you, Bernice. Thank you so much for your time on Shanties Haven. It's been a wonderful and a rich package. And we will make sure that we help our boy children in the house. And remember that we always leave it better than we met it. See you some other time on Shanties Haven. Bye-bye.